The Subcommittee on Oceans, Atmosphere, Fisheries, and the Coast Guard will now come to order. Today's hearing is the first in a series with the long overdue issue of the reauthorization of the Magnuson-Stevens Fishery Conservation and Management Act, known as the MSA, and to examine this law's impact on managing our nation's fisheries, its successes to date, and possible areas of improvement. The committee has already announced a field hearing in Alaska later this month, and I look forward to hearing from stakeholders at additional hearings throughout the country this fall. I would like to first welcome both of our witnesses, Dr. John Quinn, the chair of the Council Coordination Committee, the CCC, and Mr. Chris Oliver, NOAA's Assistant Administrator for Fisheries, also known as the NMFS Administrator. The last reauthorization of the MSA was 11 years ago, and it created the CCC. The CCC convenes the leadership of the 8 regional fisheries management councils to discuss areas of common interest, and I'm pleased to have Dr. Quinn here today to discuss consensus views of the 8 councils on the MSA reauthorization. I'm also pleased to introduce Chris Oliver, the first ever Alaskan to permanently hold the position of the Assistant Administrator for Fisheries. Before becoming Director of NMFS, Chris spent 27 years working at the North Pacific Fisheries Management Council, the last 17 as its Executive Director. As an Alaskan, I can tell you we are thrilled to have you in this very important position. Based on his work in the Gulf of Mexico at the beginning of his career and his extensive experience overseeing the largest and best managed fishery in the country, I have confidence that under his leadership, Alaska and America's interests will be well represented, and the concerns and perspectives of commercial, charter, recreational fishermen alike will be valued at NMFS. For so many Alaskans and their families, and so many throughout the country, fishing is a way of life. As I've mentioned at this committee many times, our fisheries are by far the largest in the nation. I like to say Alaska is the superpower of seafood, constituting over 50, almost close to 60% of all domestic landings in the country and tens of thousands of jobs. In many communities, our fisheries are the backbone of their economy. It's my intention to ensure that the next MSA reauthorization guarantees continued strong coastal communities, not only in Alaska, but throughout the country. As Congress considers whether or not the MSA is in need of changes, it is important that we simply not rest on previous gains. In the last time since the MSA was authorized, technology has rapidly advanced, yet legislation able to support that technology has not, specifically as it relates to data collection, stock assessments, and other analytical tools to help improve the accuracy of fish stock information. Better understanding the health of the stocks and how technology can assist in that regard, as well as reducing administrative burdens on our fishing industry, are topics ripe for discussion and possible elements of a reauthorization. In addition, as we continue to responsibly manage the fishery resources across the United States, we must ensure that our nation's fisheries management system supports a stable food supply, recreational opportunities, and plentiful fishing and processing jobs that provide for vibrant coastal communities. With that, I want to thank our witnesses again for being here. I now recognize the ranking member for any opening statement he may have. Senator Peters.